All right, so this is a battle report between the Silvan Elves and the Warriors of the Dark Gods. It's a 4,500 point game. This should be interesting. We've been playing 4,500 point games for the last couple of weeks since Brawler Bash has ended, and now, yeah, so we're starting the 4,500 point games. This poses a bit of a challenge since my Warriors need 900 points for the core. Okay, so I have a unit of Fallen over to the left. Next to the Fallen is a unit of Barbarians. Next to the Barbarians is a Skull Crusher unit. And next to the Skull Crushers is a 14-man unit of Warriors with a mark, with no mark actually. And next to that is a Blood Beast. And over to the right is yet another Fallen unit with no mark. Across from me, he has a unit of, looks like tree dryads or whatever they're called now. And a unit, some type of eagle and 2 treemen and some, well, I get the first turn and I move forward like this. He also has 2 fast cavalry units that hit hard as hammers. Kind of afraid of those. And I have, oh yeah, and I also have 2 ambushing fallen beasts that run around and should cause mayhem in his back lines. So I move forward like so. I don't have any magic in this particular list, but I do have a Demon Prince. He is not rocking any magic because, well, he's 900 points without magic, so I don't need him sapping any more points. I decided to push my Fallen over to the left forward after the archers because they're probably gonna get shot to pieces, but you know what? If they die, they die, right? But if they get there, then they should do some damage. And that's just extra points that I can obtain if I can get those points. So I march everything forward, really advance really fast. I think he actually backs up. He vanguarded his fast cavalry on my right flank over here. It kind of scares me a little bit, but not really. Since he has so little strength over him to the left, I'm not fearing what he has to the right because I can bring everything I have over to the right. Those archers, however, are very expensive units, and I think that eagle that's there is not really there. He just took the eagle off its base so he can fly it over here next to the warriors, in front of the warriors, to try and shaft them. If the warriors actually charge that unit, they'll end up running into the flank of the unit, so into the flank of the eagle. So yeah, and in turn 2, I'll move forward again. He did shoot in the last turn, and he actually did nothing with those archers against those guys. He's really being tentative over here, over to the right, not really pushing forward all that hard. My Fallen Beast actually comes into the battle, and so he goes into the. He's going to stand next to the flank over there of his unit that has his wizard in there. The Blood Beast moves over to meet the oncoming fast cavalry. Most likely he'll die if he gets hit by them. He sends his general into close combat. In his turn, he sends his general into close combat against the Blood Beast. The general, I believe he has 4 or 5 attacks at strength 8, I believe it is, at weapon skill 10. So he should be hitting the Blood Beast on 2s and wounding on 2s. My Demon Prince, in my last turn, he flew over there to bother his tree dryads or whatever they're called, branchmen or whatever they're called now. And he moves his fast cavalry to try and help out the wizard, if at all possible, against the Fallen Beast. I don't think he should have done that. Actually, in my recollection, what I would have done is just ignored the beast. Because his elves should kill it in close combat, but you know, it is what it is. He moves forward his fast cavalry to get over there next to the Fallen, well, next to the Blood Beast, And in my turn, the creature charges into his unit. I put my attacks into his wizard, and I think I do 1 wound against him. The Demon Prince and the Chaos Lord goes into the trees. They should crush this unit. The Demon Prince alone should crush the unit. But the Demon Prince actually whiffs on a lot of his attacks. So this is the problem with Demon Princes. They can whiff, which he did. But the Chaos Lord was there to take up the slack. And he is rocking a flaming weapon, I believe. And he's going to crush that unit. In close combat, his general does 4 wounds against the Blood Beast, not enough to kill it. And so in my turn, I decide to charge him on the flank with the warriors for combat resolution's sake. And I'm probably going to end up challenging, and he's going to have to accept with his general. He attempts to charge with it. Well, no, I don't charge. The warriors actually turn around and move back around in my phase, in my turn. I decided to swift reform them and move over closer to the fight. So yeah, over here in close combat, he's actually able to score a wound against the Demon Prince in the close combat. Wasn't expecting that, but what do you expect when the Demon Prince actually whiffs? And they actually be able to get attacks back. The Chaos Lord come in and he fails. He does not fail to disappoint. He comes in there, he does his job, and they overrun. Well, the unit fled, and then he had to chase them down, and he runs off the field going after them. Over here, he kills my champion in the close combat. So he's going to have to bring in something else in order to help out in this close combat, which is great for me because all of his resources being wasted on that Blood Beast. Over here, the monster doesn't really do anything. I think it does 1 wound against his sorcerer, not enough to kill him, and then they answer back and kill the beast. But it did take one of his fast, hard-hitting cavalry units out of the game for a turn or two. So that was a good thing. And then in his turn, he charges the warriors on the flank, one of his hard-hitting fast attack units. Over here, his shooting phase is actually able to flick off one of the fallen. He's been trying to do that the entire game up until now. And in close combat, his fast cavalry kill 3 warriors, and that's probably going to break them. And he's actually able to deliver the last wound onto the Blood Beast with his general. The warriors flee and they get away. He rolls a magnificent 1 and a 2 with his I think both his units rolled like a 4 or 5 or something like that to overrun to get to the crushers, but failed, which means his lord will not be hitting that hard. He was able to shoot some more guys off of that fallen unit. I attempted to charge, but I failed to charge, so he was able to react by shooting at them. He put his eagle out in front of the Demon Prince, thinking the Demon Prince would be slowed down by the eagle, not realizing the Demon Prince is actually flying, so he's going to be able to charge the flank of anything over there in that close combat with the crushers if it survives. In my turn, I was actually able to make it there with the fallen. After his stand and shoot reaction, which took out another guy. Over here in this close combat, he was able to, after that close combat, they moved forward. The crushers attempted to charge. He fled, overran, attempted to chase after him, and I ran right into his fast cavalry. And then in his turn, I think I charged his lord, and his lord didn't do hot and close combat, and neither did my guy, and his lord got away. In his turn, he was able to countercharge with his tree and another fast cavalry unit, and he also had a charge with the fast cavalry unit against the war shrine. In my turn, I was actually able to bring in another fallen beast over to the flank over here. Those beasts will not let that unit go. They're just not going to. yeah, so over here, the Crushers will probably do very well against his fast cavalry because, you know, they're strength 5, but I still got a 2-up armor save, so that should be okay. In close combat, he was able to pick off one of the Fallen, and the Fallen were able to do, you know, a substantial amount of damage to these guys. The Fallen are definitely paying for themselves by getting in this close combat. I think that unit is now at or under 25% of its original strength. It's good for you, a Fallen dude. His in close combat, he breaks the War Shrine. But the Crushers were able to kill all of his cavalry in the close combat. His tree held on because of his stubborn. I think I actually challenged his tree in close combat. The tree didn't do so hot. So that's what's happening there. And his, I think this, yeah, his general actually rallies here. After that, he's still fleeing. Yeah, he's still fleeing. The Demon Prince charges in, and the this should be it for this tree. Because I'm going to probably end up challenging with the Demon Prince and killing off the tree. The tree was able to do 2 wounds. Oh, no, wait. The tree is in challenge against the champion, and he did 2 wounds against the champion. In this close combat, it's a pillow fight again. The War Shrine rallies. I was able to move into close combat with the Fallen Beast in turn 5. Here's another view of the close combat. The Demon Prince hitting him on the flank. So that yeah, that Demon Prince should be able to do some damage in there. That should be able to finish that tree off. The shrine rallies up and is back to the back. Might be able to throw the shrine to the other tree if we have time. Over here in close combat, there will be the archers were able to kill another Fallen. Other than that, it's a pillow fight. Another image of the tree in the close combat. Yeah, he should have been more aggressive with it, the way he was moving his trees around. Both of those trees should have actually been in close combat. Whether it would have helped, I don't know. But both of them should have been there. In close combat, he was able to kill off the last Fallen. Over here, he actually ended up charging the Fallen Beast. That's probably not going to go so well with the Fallen Beast. All he has to do is roll 6s, get lucky and roll 6s. He decides in his turn to charge in his general into the close combat with the Crushers, and he charges his fast cavalry into the Warriors. Yeah, that's not going to be good for the Warriors. I think he's just strength 5 and 3 or 4 attacks apiece of those guys. In close combat, his lord was able to do some damage to the Crushers, and the Demon Prince does a couple of, I think he does 1 or 2 wounds to the tree. Still not really afraid for the Demon Prince. There's still a Chaos Lord floating around back out there. He attempts to charge the witch. I mean, not the witch. The eagle, and the eagle fled and got away. The Demon Prince kills the tree in the close combat, and this is winding down pretty quickly. And that's pretty much it. The Warriors get a clean victory after charging the tree and killing him in the close combat. But it was a clean victory for the Chaos Warriors. At first, I was a little afraid of his speed, but I'm just as fast or faster. I hope you guys enjoyed it.